If you've ever cried at a commercial about a dog finding its owner, teared up during an argument you're trying to win, or had to excuse yourself from a meeting because someone gave you constructive criticism, your nervous system isn't broken. It's just wired to feel everything at 4K resolution, while everyone else is stuck at 480p. You're watching a Pixar movie. A character you've known for 11 minutes makes a small sacrifice. The music swells, and suddenly you're sobbing into your sleeve while your friend sitting next to you is just fine, chewing popcorn, completely unaffected. And you're sitting there thinking, what is wrong with me? Nothing. Your brain just has a completely different threshold for emotional response. Here's what's happening. When you experience any emotion, your amygdala, the part of your brain that processes feelings, is firing faster and stronger than most people's. Studies show that people who cry easily have higher emotional empathy scores and more active mirror neurons. Translation: you're not just watching that movie. You're feeling what the character feels. Your brain literally mirrors their emotional state. So when they're devastated, you're not sympathizing from a distance. You're experiencing it. That's not weakness. That's your brain operating at maximum sensitivity. But here's where it gets messy. Society taught you that crying equals losing control, that tears mean you're too sensitive, too emotional, too much. So now every time you feel them coming, you panic. You do that thing where you look up at the ceiling, bite your lip, try to breathe through it. You're not just fighting the emotion, you're fighting the shame of having the emotion in the first place. And that makes it worse, because suppressing tears takes more energy than just letting them fall. The absolute worst is crying at work. Your boss gives you feedback that isn't even harsh, just direct, and your eyes start betraying you. Now you're in the bathroom giving yourself a pep talk like, do not cry. You are a professional. This is fine, except it's not fine because now you're crying about crying, which is somehow even more embarrassing than crying about the original thing. Your body doesn't care about professionalism. It cares about processing emotion, and right now, it's processing at maximum capacity. And let's talk about the rage cry. You're in an argument. You have valid points. You're absolutely right about this. But instead of sounding powerful and articulate, your voice cracks and tears start streaming down your face. Now the person you're arguing with thinks they've won because you're upset, when really you're just furious, and your body decided that fury looks identical to sadness. That's not you losing. That's your emotional intensity overflowing the container. There's a difference. But here's what nobody tells you about crying easily. The same emotional sensitivity that makes you tear up at commercials also makes you incredible at reading rooms. While other people miss the tension, the shift in energy, the unsaid thing hanging in the air, you catch them immediately. You notice when someone's smile doesn't reach their eyes. You feel when the mood changes before anyone else even registers it. You're not fragile. You're a high-definition emotional antenna. And in a world of people who are emotionally colorblind, that's a superpower. The people who cry easily are usually the same ones who feel joy intensely, who love deeply, who care so much it physically hurts sometimes. You're not broken because beautiful things wreck you. You're just operating with the volume turned all the way up. And yeah, that means the sad stuff hits harder, but it also means the good stuff, the music that gives you chills, the moment your friend really gets you, the sunset that stops you mid-sentence. You feel that at full intensity too. So if you cry easily, here's what that actually means. Your emotional range isn't a weakness to fix. It's depth that most people will never access. The world needs people who feel things before they become crises, who notice what's unspoken, who remind everyone else that being moved by beauty, by pain, by connection, that's not embarrassing. That's being human at full capacity. Stop apologizing for your tears. They're just proof you're still paying attention. What's the most embarrassing place you've ever cried? Tell me in the comments. There's more psychology about why your brain works differently right here. Click the video, and I'll see you there.